In a quiet little village, there lived a woman whose strength was felt more than it was heard. Her husband was a palm wine tapper, a man who greeted the sunrise from the tops of trees, earning just enough to get by. She herself worked as a maid for a family in town. Together, they had a son named Ahmad. Ahmad was a brilliant child, a spark of light in their humble home. Despite their poverty, his mother never missed a single day to whisper in his ear, "Education is your way out, my son." She rose before the sun, worked long past sunset, yet always found the energy to sit with him, guiding his hand through his books, her tired eyes lighting up with his every achievement. Ahmad finished secondary school with grades that made the whole village proud. His intelligence was so clear that the family his mother worked for made an incredible offer. They would sponsor his dream to study medicine abroad. They would cover his tuition and living costs. There was just one hurdle. His parents had to pay for the visa fees. Reality hit them like a cold wind. They had so little left. The family's last asset was a small piece of land, and worse, the mother's health was already failing. She was growing weaker by the day. But for a mother with a dream for her child, surrender is never an option. She refused to let this golden opportunity slip away. So, she began to sell everything she owned. Her colorful wrappers, a symbol of her identity, were the first to go. Then, her few precious belongings. The father, seeing her determination, made his own sacrifice. He sold the last piece of land his own father had left for him, the final link to their ancestry. With hands that trembled from both illness and hope, the mother gathered every last coin. She paid for Ahmad's visa, her heart swelling with a mix of pride and sorrow. Soon after, Ahmad left the village, his eyes set on a future his parents had built for him with their bare hands. Years rolled by, like seasons changing on the village trees. For Ahmad, they were filled with books, learning, and the promise of a new life. Back home, life grew impossibly hard. The mother's sickness worsened. Without money for proper care, she fought her battle silently, in the small, empty house. One quiet night, under a sky full of stars she could no longer see, she passed away. She never got to witness the success she had sacrificed everything for. 3 years later, the roar of an engine broke the village silence. A big, shiny car, the likes of which were rarely seen, pulled up to the old house. A confident young man stepped out. It was Ahmad, now a doctor. He shouted with a voice full of joy, "Daddy, I am back." His father, now older and more tired than ever, rushed out. Tears of pure joy streamed down his weathered face as he hugged his son, the boy, who was now a man. Ahmad, beaming with success, looked around and asked the question that was first on his heart, "Where is Mommy?" The father's smile vanished. He said nothing. A knot of fear tightened in Ahmed's chest. He ran inside, calling her name. He searched every room, then ran to the backyard where she loved to sit. But she wasn't there. He came back to his father, his voice breaking, desperate. "Daddy, where's Mommy?" Still, there was only silence, a silence heavier than any words could be. Then, his father slowly, painfully, led him to a small, humble grave behind the house. Ahmed's world shattered. He fell to his knees on the very ground his mother had walked, and he wept. He wept for the years he'd lost, for the homecoming he'd imagined, for the woman who gave him everything. "Mommy," he cried out to the silent earth, "after all the sacrifices you made for me, you couldn't stay to enjoy the fruit of your labor." After days of mourning, a new resolve settled in Ahmed's heart. He made a promise to that grave, a promise to his mother's memory. He used his new skills and resources to build a free medical center right there in the village. He named it after her, ensuring her name and her sacrifice would live on, healing others for generations to come. This story reminds us that some parents plant trees whose shade they know they may never sit under. Honor them while they are with you. Cherish their sacrifices, and remember them always when they are gone. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more.